Hello everyone, welcome to a week of reading. So I'm actually filming this after doing this whole week of reading and book activities, but I just want to do a quick little intro to say hi and yeah, welcome you to the week. So my goal for that week was to read 3 books and you guys will see if I ended up finishing it off. Let me know if you enjoyed this video and check out my last video that I posted, which was about how to get into reading or how to get back into reading. First book is done. I just read Safe Haven by Shankari Chandran and oh my god, okay, I think this is one of the best books I have read this year. In saying that, I have read not very good books this year. Only in the past week I've finished reading good books. This is the same author that wrote Chai Time at Cinema Gardens, which I thought Chai Time at Cinema Gardens was just like good. Like it was a solid like 8 out of 10 in my opinion, but Safe Haven, I love this. It's her new book and my sister borrowed it from the library. I literally cried twice in the first 30 pages. The story is so heartbreaking, but it's also so exciting and thrilling. I love that Shankari really addresses social issues in the current landscape, and in this case this was about asylum seekers and refugees entering Australia and ending up in detention centers for years. It's really heartbreaking. It goes through, specifically in this book, the trauma and experience of people escaping Sri Lanka and being Tamil and fleeing on boat, seeking asylum to find a better life essentially, which is what a lot of asylum seekers and refugees are seeking when they leave their home. They're not going to risk their lives for no reason, you know. I enjoy how she integrates real social issues and puts them in her books, but mixes this so well with fiction. This had a very mystery style plot, for lack of better words. I don't know how else to describe it, but it was really fast moving, which I liked. I read this in 24 hours or a bit over that, which was a great indicator that I really enjoyed this. I could not put it down. I just wanted to keep reading it. It does say in the author's note that this was inspired by Priya and Nenaselingam Marukapan, the Belola family, and the community's campaign to bring them home, although the fictional plot diverts significantly from the terrible real-life injustices they faced and overcame. It's also inspired by the story of Para Pahir Ali Cork, his Australian mom, and her efforts to help him and his family seek asylum in Australia. Their joint memoir, The Power of Good People, is a tremendous reminder of exactly that. I believe I remember the Belola family being in the news. I love this book because it's also a great reminder to think about the people that have been in detention centers for years and years and often don't have a positive outcome. I highly recommend this. I feel like it is more geared towards an Australian audience, same as Chai Time at Cinema Gardens. It was very Australian based in terms of that, but I think it's a story that even if you're not from Australia, you will enjoy. I think it just makes more sense being Australian and understanding the political landscape, I guess. So sad. This one will be in my mind for a long time, but I am keen to read my next book. I feel like I'm on a roll. Okay, good night. It's 11:48 p.m. I'm just on my library's website and I like to go into my Goodreads want to read section, which are books that I've saved that people have recommended or that I've seen people recommend online, and then I kind of just search the books up and then I can reserve them online for free. They didn't have this book because it's a new book, but I've just done the details and then I can click view availability so I can place a reservation, and then I am the next person to be able to reserve it once that becomes available. I've just reserved these 4 and then I've taken a picture of the ones that are available at my local library because I'm planning on going tomorrow, so yeah. But it's really annoying because I want to read today, but I'm going to the library tomorrow, so I'm gonna have to start a book that I already have at home, I guess, tonight, just because of my goal for 3 books this week. And yeah, this week's kind of busy, so I gotta start reading. Maybe I'll finish reading a book that I started, Eating Glassy. I didn't really love it that much, but I do kind of want to finish reading it. We'll see what I feel like. Hello, so I have started reading The History of Love, which is one of my sister's books, and she actually bought this in New Orleans a couple years ago and it was one of her favorite books. It's really good so far. I just want to say though, I'm nearly 50 pages in and Free Palestine. It does talk about Israel, and I just want to say that Israel is founded on colonialism. It's founded on a current genocide that's happening, and it is actually Palestinian land. I have a lot of links and information on my Instagram in my highlights tab if you guys want to check that out on Instagram. I save most of the things I post on my story there. Genocide has been happening, and it has happened in the past, and it is happening again. People of Palestine, and I'm trying to get my words right. I'm not the best at speaking. There's a bunch of different places to donate to, companies to boycott, information to consume. This didn't just start happening on October 7th. It has been years and years, decades and decades of this occupation. You can donate to families who are trying to flee Gaza and find safety, but it is currently very expensive for them to do that. I think it costs maybe about $20,000 just to leave, from my memory. But there's a bunch of GoFundMes, and I also encourage you to send emails to politicians in your country or local politicians in your area, and then also to attend protests. I know where I live, we have weekly protests every Sunday, sometimes Saturdays, but yeah, if you're in Sydney, Gadigal land, then Palestine Action Group on Instagram, they organize weekly protests here, so come through. It's honestly, they have speeches for about an hour, and then we have a march for about 2 hours ish that goes around the CBD. It's usually in Hyde Park, and the walk goes around Town Hall, Pitt Street area, and then back to the Hyde Park. The other week we did a walk from Central Station, Eddie Avenue, that park, Belmore Park there, and we marched all the way up to Sydney Uni. But yes, I really encourage you to check it out. Since I already have this book, and I guess the key focus of this isn't to do with Israel, I will be continuing to read it. It's kind of just been briefly mentioned. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. So far though, like, the actual plot of it is really good and interesting. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. Do a little book haul from the library. I picked up 5 books, so a bunch of these are ones that people have recommended me, and then one of them is something that I just picked off the shelf that was in like the recommended section that sounded good. So first up I have In Ascension, Say Nothing. This is a true story of murder and memory in Northern Ireland. I'm kind of scared, like murder shows always freak me out. We'll see how this goes. This is a chunky book as well. Okay, and then we have Greta and Valdin, 3 Women, and then this one is the one that I just picked off the shelf, The Sentence. This one doesn't have the best reviews, but the blurb is interesting and it sounds like it will be good. Those are my books. I'm still reading The History of Love. I honestly haven't made that much progress. I'm only on page 66, but I'm going to try and read tonight and make it to maybe page like 140 or 130. I feel like that's a good amount to read tonight, but yeah, if I can, I'll aim for like more. Hello, I just got home and I finished reading The History of Love while I was on the train on the way home. Don't really have many thoughts about this one. I thought it was like a 4 out of 5 or an 8 out of 10. I thought it was good. Some of the parts were like really beautifully written. I think overall I found the plot, for lack of a better word, like I found it a bit confusing how it jumped so much, and then there was just like a lot of character names, and I'm honestly, on my part, I'm just like not the best at remembering character names. Like I got a bit confused between like 20 to 40% into the book. I like the ending of it. I thought it was really pretty. Like there was just this one page, that I thought was really nice. Wait, I'll actually read it out to you. because I thought it was a beautiful quote. Sometimes I think I am older than this tree, older than this bench, older than the rain, and yet I'm not older than the rain. It's been falling for years, and after I go, it will keep on falling. I thought that was just so beautiful. But yeah, just wanted to reiterate, I am pro-Palestine. This book does talk about Israel a lot, and it even said that when Israel was founded, which kind of is just proof that Palestine came before Israel. Didn't really have many thoughts. It was really just a book that I read, consumed, and then was just like, okay, yeah, that's that. Okay, on to the next. I'm honestly really excited to pick a book from the books that I borrowed at the library. I got them sitting here. I'm gonna read through the blurbs and then see which one I feel like reading. I think it's been like 7 full days. I think I started this on Saturday. I can't remember. But I haven't read the 3 books that I wanted to accomplish. I've read 2.5. But yeah, I think I'm just going to continue this video till I finish this. I think I should be able to finish this either tonight or by tomorrow. But yeah, this book is like just average so far. It really goes into the details of the death penalty, which is quite sad, honestly. It is fiction, but it is an interesting plot, I'd say. I just wouldn't say that it's like the best book ever. It's probably giving 3 out of 5 at the moment, I'd say, or maybe like a little bit more. I don't know. I'm pretty neutral on this. Once I finish this though, I'll keep you guys in the loop of like what my final thoughts are. At the moment, I'm like pretty far in and I don't think my opinion will change that much. But yeah, that's that one. I finished the sentence this morning. Sorry, I'm always like squatting in like the weirdest positions. I really liked how the end came together. It was just a bit slow throughout most of the book. I think this one just still stays at a 3 out of 5. Would I really recommend this? Probably not. I think there are a lot better books out there, so I personally wouldn't recommend spending your time reading this. I don't think it's a bad book, but I also don't think it's like the best book ever. It is like quite sad in terms of like the amount of detail they go into, like with people being killed through the death penalty. There are like pretty intense moments. As I said, I do like how this came together in the end. Yeah, I don't really have much to say about this one. It's essentially about if people are convicted and later found innocent, the lawyer who requested the execution will be sentenced to death. I like the idea of this plot. I just think it could have been executed. That was not meant to be punny. Executed better. That's that. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know if you enjoyed this. I really am just posting to my like 3 subscribers. It's so crazy though, because I'll like post on shorts and it gets boosted so much. But then posting like an actual YouTube video, I'm like, yay, 2 viewers. Woo! Yeah, if you have any book recommendations, let me know down below. I would love to hear them. You can check me out on Instagram and TikTok where I post more actively. I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your days and I'll hopefully see you soon.